Michael, I guess the old adage, don't rate a pitch until both teams bat on it. When you were out there, did you know it was really tricky and you needed, 20 odd balls to really be able to, do what you did there today?
Yeah, it was tough. Losing wickets through the middle, I think we identified that. So the message was that I just had to sort of be an anchor and try and take it as deep as we could. Obviously a low total, but I think knowing that it was tough to score out there, I knew we had a good chance of defending that.
Congrats on your innings, mate.
Thank you.
That was great. You came in for your first game of the season.
Yeah.
Tell us about your feelings in the lead up to the game, getting probably the late call up and then doing well.
I was stoked to get a call. I was supposed to do a 2K time trial back in Hobart this morning, so get out of that, which is good. To get a chance, I think any time to play a big bash game is awesome. So you've just got to try and take it when you can, because you don't really know when your next one's going to be. So yeah.
How did you approach your innings? Because I guess the commentary around it was that you were going to be a bit of a stabilising influence. That's why you sort of came in early. To stay there while bigger hitters around you kind of went for it. Talk about your role.
You basically summed it up there. Look, I'm obviously not going to smack sixes around. I'm pretty small, so message is that I use my skill and try and get off strike as much as I can, and not like leave all the big hitting up to the big boys, but I think just try and take the pressure off it a bit at the other end to make sure that we're not stacking too many dots in between those sixes. So I've got a skill set and I've just got to back that and trust that what I'm doing is the right thing, which is easier said than done at the time. But I'm stoked to make a few and to add to the win.
I guess that's sort of your role. So hope someone like Timmy or Wade or someone was blasting off at the end.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Yeah. Was it tough to sort of really self in and not try and do that yourself?
Definitely. There was a few moments where you feel like, right, I got to go here. But I think the thing that sort of pulled me back was having just lost a wicket. It would have been tougher if we'd lost 2 in a row. So I basically just had to sort of dull that down and make sure that we had a bit of time between wickets and keep the scoreboard ticking over.
How was it like, I guess, going from Lindisfarne, you playing in a T20 Grand Final locally last week, now you're batting number 3 where Matty Wade usually is, and a must-win game. How tough is that to sort of make that step up?
It's not too bad. It's just another game of cricket at the end of the day. So obviously the ball's going a bit quicker, but I was spewing to not make any runs the other night on Blunston. It was a nice wicket and I sort of wasted it. But it's awesome. You get a chance and hope that your skill set holds you in good stead, which hopefully that happens.
What was with the pitch itself? It was a challenge for the team for most players today. What was 1 or 2 things you noticed about it? It seemed like there was a lot of high downs.
Bounces were tough because if a ball pitched in the same spot for a bounce, it'd be a differing height, so it's really hard to judge how high you can keep it under control. So into the wicket was tough. I also found it a bit hard because it was glary. The pitch was white, the ball was white, and I found it a bit hard to pick up, but that was tough early on. And then the spin, they bowled really well. Their length was spot on, and a couple spun, a couple didn't, so that's always sort of hard to play around that. But I think you just got to get off strike as much as you can when that's happening.
The last game with the Heat, Pearson and Hayne got them out of trouble again when their big guns collapsed early. Were you confident that once you got one of those guys out, you're a chance with the guys who are unexperienced and bringing a game home? Yeah,
definitely, because there was bowlers after them, so as a batter going out starting on that wicket was tough. So if you've got a bowler doing that, I think you've always got a good chance. They did really well. They were very calm and knocked it around well. So we were in a bit of strife, but luckily Fahim got the breakthrough.
Just a really sort of nervous wait now. I guess you'll have your Stars jerseys on later on tonight, hoping they win. If you do get through, you feel like that's a little bit of a confidence turner that you guys can take into finals?
Definitely, No, we talked before the game about having a solid run if the Stars do align. So we've got nothing to lose now. I think we consider ourselves a bit of an underdog. So I think hopefully the Stars go well, and then we go from there.
Just on the Launceston crowd and Launceston experience, mate, they saw you win today, and that's a great thrill for them. So what did you make of the experience?
It's always great playing up here, having supporters in the north part of the state. I think it's always enjoyable getting to put a show on for them as well, because the majority of our games are down south. So it's always great to have them around and supporting us. And I could hear a few Hobart fans in the crowd today as well, which was nice.
I guess had a lot of similarities with the Scorchers game down here, where it looked like they were going to win at the run chase, and the bowlers just found a few wickets and managed to get it done. So I guess it's sort of very similar in that respect to the last game.
Yeah. Well, that's just T20 cricket. It can turn so quickly. You take a wicket or two, and it's just about momentum swings. So luckily we were on the right side of that today. But yeah, like that's the beauty of the game. It keeps you involved, and you never know what can happen.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good. All good.
All right. Just look at me now instead. What was going through your mind, mate, when T got the ball in the last over? That was one of the clutchest overs I think I've ever seen.
Unbelievable, he nailed it. He did so well. The fully, I was a bit worried. I thought, gee, what's going on here? But no, he nailed that. That was so good to watch. And yeah, keep the finals chances alive is awesome.
Obviously, this is, I think, it's kind of a testament to how good Wade he was as a captain and Nath as well, that kind of leadership group to keep the boys calm. What was kind of the message on the field all throughout the game, defending such a tricky total?
I think guys just backing their skill set. It's handy having Nath up one end, Wade at another, and you've got eyes and ideas coming at both ends. So I think it takes the pressure off Wadey a lot, having Nath as a bowler, talking to bowlers at the top of their mark and actually talking them through how they're going to bowl, because he's obviously done it so well over the years, so he's really well established with that now. So I think bowlers would take a lot out of that, having him there, saying, offering some advice.
And lastly, how are the boys going to watch the game tonight? Is it all together? Would they be at the pub, or is it nervously on the phone on the way home?
Might be on the drive home, I reckon. Hopefully keeping us awake at the wheel. But yeah, fingers crossed, stars get up.